Shot is good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Anaheim trails by 5. Pass to Merrill. Driving in. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, the best dunks are quick, emphatic, and leave the defense knowing it was on them.
Here's Hukporti. Here's Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The offensive skill set for Karl-Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Well, since being selected first overall back in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been such an incredible force for his career, averaging a double-double, someone you can build around.
Fast break Anaheim. Here's Merrill. Sinks the three-pointer. Merrill's got 8 points.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Smith on the wing. Anthony down low. Out to Smith. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. And Van Horn pulls it down. Great, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Mitchell wide open. And Anaheim with another 3.
Fluid motion off the catch. That's a nice shot.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Bronx trails by 4. Pass to Porzingis. Nice ball movement there by the Bronx. Here's Kolek. And another miss by the Bronx. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Anaheim with another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Back to Merrill. A putback. Pass to Juzang. A second chance effort. And Mitchell with the layup. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Anthony. Anaheim grabs the miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Pass to Houston. Stoudemire attacking. And the jam by Stoudemire.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And it's Anaheim heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Smith. Driving the lane. And they get it back. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Lets the 3 fly. That one, no good. Anaheim leading by 7. Here's Richardson. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Stolen by Rodman. Pass to Miller. From past the arc. Kicks it out to Rodman. Here's Richardson on the mark with the 15-footer. Richardson's got the lead up to 9 now for Anaheim. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Anaheim.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Bronx trails by 9. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
Here's Anthony. Now Brunson. Outside Anthony. Shoots the 3. And down goes the 3.
And the shooting form of Anthony just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
From outside, does not go in.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Knocks down the 3.
And when the ball is in his hands, you just feel like it's going in.
Now here's Anthony. What a response. Hitting a 3 of their own.
Well, Anthony is just this competitive. He wants everyone to know what he can do.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
The Bronx trails by 10. Brunson fires. The 3 doesn't go. Mitchell. A 3-pointer. Good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Towns after Dennis Rodman's bucket there. Towns can't get it to go. Anaheim leading by 12. Williams outside. .54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Launches it. Does not go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
Then it misses. and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Oh, good on the layup. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Williams.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
Shooting for Bronx, Carmelo Anthony.
He's off on the second. Anthony fires. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan.
Got more screens in the trenches than Playboy Max. I don't know a lot of raps with a tell to spend 10,000 on this denim. And I ain't cap. Every play with this thing got tap, yeah. Let us stand up and see lucky. Bad like going London. Teach like get some money. I've been inside stacking this when I'm turning it up this summer. When I pop out, going. I've been jumping in my bag, I'm popping now. I can't be the reason people trying to stay around. I can't bust down V's, bust down full change around sound. CVS is loud, tell it.
We selling up the price, shut your down. I got my gun from Kingpins, never had no crown on. I put it on all the house, we doing house call. If you love me like you said, then get 4-9 some. Made a lot of millions out of mud and go to college for. That look so good, I didn't learn some. I know one was on that while you was drop. Hey, and send a sissy on his mama couch. I just pass him to that girl, not her nose. Once we get the low on the, can't dodge it. I just, first night, bought her inventory.
Hit a pronto. Once I get the low on, gotta hit a pronto. Holla my boy, yes. I ain't hell. I was like, I'm strictly true. Pocket full of something. I never had to tell her I'm not low. Yeah, she found out it was lame, that's why she left. Yeah, in the trenches like gorilla beat my chest. Yeah, I did all I know is, yeah, thought I reached my peak, I ain't kissing yet. Yeah, 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 big, yeah, I got it. LA trying to do it best for me. My pack's fully, tell them rest in peace. I put the beam in sport mode, nobody catching me. It's trying to take my energy. Yeah, I never seen $100 bill that wasn't meant for me. I don't pass it only. I can hear just my BNB. We showing trilogies. All my drinks be chillin', it's over ice. Ghost lame, just like a poltergeist. They watching on my mixtape, the Oprah side. She ain't young, she used the older guys.
runs away. I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. I don't get angry with my mom. When goes right to the it's all the same. Living with Louis Dog's the only way to stay sane. Let the loving come back to me.
Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports Basketball. This game features something different, as we'll see talent from the college ranks blended into the lineup as well. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Jefferson down low. Here's Vassar.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throws of this one. Both shots good from the stripe.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Over to the left wing. Mitchell left side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for Anaheim.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Gillespie. And that one is stuffed right through.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And how about his awareness there, recognizing the open man?
Pass to Van Horn. Picked by Williams. Here's Merrill. Rebound by Albuquerque. Outside Jefferson. Basket counts.
Oh, that's terrific work on the inside from Jefferson, showing how comfortable he's become operating down low.
And another miss by Anaheim. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Gillespie, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Ball stolen. Here's Merrill. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Gillespie. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Williams. Here's Anaheim. 4-point game. And Anaheim with another 3.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Vassar. High, arcing shot, and the shot goes in. Vassar's got 6.
And the floater is such a useful shot to have in your arsenal. It's extremely difficult to defend.
Albuquerque leading by 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by Vassar. Outside, Smart. Jefferson trying to break loose. Smart misses. Anaheim trails by 5. Pass to Merrill. Good good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 5 points in the game.
High percentage if you can find a window. Great job.
Here's Vassar. 24 seconds left in the first. The layup off target. To the left side wing. Here's Van Horn. Still yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Albuquerque out in front. They're up by 3. We'll get things started in the second quarter. Wet. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Scalabrine, no luck.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Juzang, guarded by Smart. Anaheim needs to get off a shot here. Richardson for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Now Lively puts up a deep 3. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. And finished off by Lively.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Scalabrine, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul. You know, we've seen guys with the size and the speed that Cameron Boozer possesses, but we rarely see them with the same level of touch he has on his shot. The way Boozer can get downhill and stretch the floor can be a nightmare for defenses.
Juzang gets it to go from 18 feet away. Juzang's got the lead up to 1 now for Anaheim. And Brian Keeve wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Anaheim making a switch here. Here's Gillespie. Pass to Vassar. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Anaheim. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Merrill.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Albuquerque on D. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Gillespie. To end the run. And good that time. Gillespie's got his second bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Mitchell. Rebound by Albuquerque. Pass to Vassar. And the rejection by Lively. Here's Merrill. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Sometimes you just have to stay tough and take the contact.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Anaheim.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Drives to the hoop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Albuquerque, they've gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. On the wing, Williams. Mitchell outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And Anaheim leads by 5.
And you could just tell he was feeling it. A very assertive shot at the arc.
It's deflected. Here's Gillespie. Rebound by Williams. Pass to Van Horn. Jefferson with it. The 3. They grab their own miss. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Anaheim leads by just 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Merrill. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Merrill's got the first bucket of the third here for Anaheim. Here's Olsen. Into the lane. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Albuquerque foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Merrill. No good on the quick 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Betts. Outside Jefferson. Hits it from 3-point range. Jefferson's got 5 points so far.
And at that 3-point line, Jefferson can be a threat. He has gotten more accurate and confident as a shooter. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Gillespie. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Mitchell. Anaheim leading by 4. And Anaheim with another 3.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. Pass to Rodman. It's stolen by Jefferson. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Albuquerque trails by 7. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Anaheim leading by 7.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Williams. Mitchell outside. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Merrill bangs home the trifecta. Merrill's got the lead up to 10 now for Anaheim. Outside Jefferson. Albuquerque again can't hit it. And Merrill has it in the corner. Pass to Rodman. Yes, that goes in. And now a 12-point Anaheim lead.
Yeah, good touch on the inside shot. You don't want to overpower that.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Here's Scalabrine. Over to the wing. Here's Merrill. To the left wing. Pass to Van Horn. No good from outside. Albuquerque trails by 12. Outside Jefferson. Here's Vasar. He's guarded by Williams. Vasar's shot is off.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Juzang. He has 5. Pass to Van Horn. Clock is at 3. And Anthony gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Hey, man, one more quarter, bro.
Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Real good. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Albuquerque trails by 15. Here's Boozer. No good on the triple. Now Rodman. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Now here's Smart to the paint. Here's Vasar. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. From outside the arc. Pass to Merrill. And the 3 off target. And so here's Albuquerque. It's stolen by Rodman. To the middle. Now Lively. Here's Richardson. Banked in off the glass. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Anaheim.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. And there's the drive. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
Look at that rim protection. He just erased that shot.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
Pass to Van Horn. Now Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Hits the 3-point bomb. And Anaheim leads by 15.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Olsen. Here's Gillespie. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
First team foul. At the line for two, Richard Jefferson.
That one is off.
And the athleticism Jefferson possesses, really impressive. A rangy forward who plays with intensity on both ends.
Anaheim leading by 11. Here's Gillespie. And the lead is down inside single digits. Gillespie has got 9 points now in just the second half. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Here's Rodman. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And that's out of bounds. Anaheim will retain possession. Albuquerque on D, trailing here by 8. Clock at 4. Here's Merrill. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Merrill's got 23 points. Pass to Gillespie. From downtown, Anaheim grabs the miss. Down low, here's Mitchell. A rebound by Betts. It's Jefferson with the drive. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
Oh, look at Jefferson blitzing the defense, going on the drive and just exploiting the gap in the coverage.
Well, there he goes, getting some elevation and scoring 2 loud points.
Pass to Gillespie. Fires for 3. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. Inside, some nice ball movement by Anaheim. Merrill can't hit. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Gillespie, that's good.
Assist from Jefferson.
And it's Anaheim with the ball. For 3, Mitchell. A three-pointer is right on target.
3.
And Anaheim leads by 11.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Here's Anaheim. Pass to Merrill. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
At times, she is tough to contain, especially when she's moving the basketball.
And Anaheim with another 3.
Hey, good game, little bro. Good game, little bro.
So it's Anaheim picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what? Welcome in, everyone, for some 2K basketball. Sure to be an entertaining contest. Some collegiate talent included in the lineup. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Orlando. Pass to Thurman. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That rim has a family.
To stand, multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has three key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Now Chalmers, after the missed three from Gary Payton.
Well, good job there getting to his spot. That was a good-looking three.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And Stoudemire in the corner. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here's Adebayo outside. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
Pass to Payton. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Chalmers. That three off the mark. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Watson. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And as a free throw shooter, Robin has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
And Orlando making a change here. Here's Adebayo. Here's Stoudemire. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Stoudemire's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Orlando. Beaten inside. Stolen by Lewis. Pass to Payton. Back to Stoudemire. The three. Anaheim grabs the miss. Inside. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. .105 left in the first quarter of the game. Stolen by Lewis. Stoudemire with the ball. Now Payton defending. Takes the three. Stoudemire missing again.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Well, this is why you can't get lazy on defense. When you leave someone open, this is what happens.
To the inside. The kick out to Williams. 26 seconds left here in the